Hey Math 1, how you doing? Well, guess what? We're going to be doing some graphing systems equations using substitution method. Finding the point of intersection. No graphing this time. Okay, so what do you need? You just need regular paper. You don't need graph paper today. Just we're working problems out. Pen? No, use pencil. Get your paper out. Get your pencil out. Don't just watch this video in your bed. Get out of your bed. Out. Right? Okay. I have 3 or 4 problems that we'll do. Just do them with me. Should be golden. Should be good. You know? So, alright. Let's go for it. Here we go. Couple of problems. Okay, the last video we did using substitution, which is called specifically the equal values method. Okay, so now today we're just going to use regular substitution here. Now, when do we know we need to use substitution? Whenever you have a variable by itself right here. See how this y is by itself? Y is equal to x minus 3. Well, what we're saying there is y is equal to x minus 3. These are the same. So we want to figure out where this intersects with this. Now, since this is the same as that and y is by itself, that is saying that y is the same as x minus 3. That means if there's another y, I can replace it because it's the same as x minus 3. And if you look here, there is a y right there. And since y is the same as x minus 3, I can rewrite this equation and say 2x minus 3 equals negative 1. Instead of y, I can replace it with x minus 1. Sorry, x minus 1. Y is equal to x minus 1, not x minus 3. X minus 1. Boom. Now I just have one variable to solve it. And let's go ahead and solve this thing. Now this looks like an ugly problem. It's not that bad though. Let's do what we can do. Watch this, step by step. 2x is 2x, no problem. Negative 3 times x minus 1. I have to use the distributive property. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 1 is positive 3 equals negative 1. That wasn't so bad. Now let's combine our x's. 2x minus 3x. If I have 2 x's, I take away 3 x's. What I have left over? I have negative 1x plus 3 equals negative 1. Okay, now solving for x, like this. Take away the 3. Remember, same sign, so I add negative 4. That goes away. Negative 1x equals negative 4. Divide by negative 1. And x equals 4. Now wait, I'm trying to solve for the point of intersection. So I need to take my 4 and I need to plug it back into an equation here. So let's plug it into this one. Y equals, instead of x minus 1, now I can substitute back in x is equal to 4. So I plug in 4. And what is 4 minus 1? Y equals 3. But let's plug it into this equation also just to check our work. So here we go. 2 times x minus 3y equals negative 1. Instead of x, I want to substitute 4 to see if I get the same y. What's 2 times 4? 8 minus 3y equals negative 1. Subtract, let's get the y by itself. I take away 8. That goes away. Negative 3y equals negative 9 because I'm same sign, so I add. Divide by negative 3. And I get y equals 3. So look, I plugged in both equations and get y equals 3. That means my answer is correct, but my final answer will be written as 4 comma 3. That's my point of intersection. Where do I get the 4 from? 4 is my x, and 3 is my y. Okay? Let's do another one, shall we? Okay. Here's the next one. Solve the system using substitution. Now, same idea. Look at this. I got the y is by itself. So again, the y is equal to 6x minus 11. Why don't you go ahead and pause that and see if you can solve this on your own. Okay, now that you're back, let's see if you got what I got. Y is equal to 6x minus 11. That means, since I have a y here, look at that, there's my y, I can replace that with 6x minus 11. So let me rewrite my purple equation. Negative 2x minus 3, whoops, let me start over there. Minus 2x minus 3 times, instead of y, we are going to plug in, what is y equal to? 6x minus 11. Okay? So now, let's write down what we got. Let's get the negative 2x. It's the same. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18x. Negative 3 times 11 is positive 33 equals negative 7. Okay. Negative 2x minus 18x. I like to add the opposite. So you're adding them, it would be negative. You're adding the two negatives, becomes negative 2 plus negative 18 is negative 20x plus, so that's that. Bring the 33 down. Okay, now let's just solve. Take away 33. Look, even though I'm subtracting, they're the same sign, so you add them. Negative 40 equals negative 20x. Divide by negative 20. X equals negative 40 divided by negative 20 is positive 2. Now I got to solve for the y. So plug it in the equation. This one will be the easier one. So let's plug it in that. 6, either one you could do. This one's easier than that one. Instead of x, x is equal to 2. What's my y going to be equal to? Y is equal to 12 minus 11, 1. But to check our answer, let's plug it into this equation. That's going to be a pain, but we'll do it anyway. Negative 2 times, instead of x, minus 3y equals negative 7. Instead of x, we're going to plug in 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, minus 3y equals negative 7. Now let's get the y by itself by adding 4. That goes away. Negative 3y equals negative 3. Divide both sides by negative 3. And I also get y equals 1. So I'm good. If they're both 1, I know my answer is correct. How do I write my answer? Well, my x is 2. My y is 1. And there is your solution. You must write it in that form. If you got 2, 1, after you pause it, you're doing great. Let's do one more, shall we? Okay, here's your last one. Go ahead and pause this and see if you can solve it. Okay. Okay. What do I want you to do? Solve the system of equations using substitution. Now you can pause it and solve it. Okay, now that you're done, look here. X is equal to 2y plus 11. Okay, so here's my 2y plus 11. I want to plug that into my x right there, right? So I can rewrite this as negative 7 instead of x. What is x equal to? 2y plus 11. Okay, so let's use substitution. Or let's solve it. Let's use the distributive property. Negative 7 times 2 is negative 14y. Negative 7 times 11 is negative 77 minus 2y equals negative 13. Okay, so I have two y's here. negative 14, and then I take away 2, add negative 2, right? So what's 14 plus 2? Negative 16y minus 77 equals negative 13. Let's add 77 to both sides. I like doing the line here. That goes away. So because the signs are opposite, I am going to subtract, right? So negative 13 plus 77 is going to be positive 64. Divide by negative 16. Y equals negative 4. Okay, now again, what do we have to do? We have to go ahead and solve for the x by plugging it into either one of these equations. Okay, so I think this one will be a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and do this one first. 2 instead of y plus 11, what does y equal to? Negative 4. 2 times negative 4, negative 8 plus 11. They're opposite, so we subtract, and we get 3. Okay, but let's check to make sure our answer is right by plugging it in this equation. So let's say negative 7x minus 2 instead of y. We're going to plug in negative 4. Now, if we get the same answer, we know we're right for sure. When you're taking a test, you have no question. If you get it right on both, you know you're good. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. Negative 13. So I'm going to subtract 8 on both sides. Negative 7x equals same sign. So I'm going to add 8 and 13, which would be negative 21. Divide by negative 7. Negative divided by negative is a positive, and I get 3 also. So, my answer is what? X is 3. Y is negative 4. And that's all you've got to do. All right. So, that's it. Just 3 problems. No problem. Just try those on your own. Make sure you practice. Right? And you're good. Okay? So, we did 2 sets of substitution this week. Tuesday, you should have watched substitution by equal values method. Put them together. This one, substitution, straight up. Either the x or the y needs to be by itself. Alright? Just make sure when you do this, you're cutting you like a knife, you know? So, and always when you're doing math, make sure you're doing it like a maniac, you know? That's how you want to do your math. Just want to go like do math like you've never done before, you know? All right. So anyway, you guys keep working hard. You did that on paper. You're not just watching it in your bed. You are on a chair. You're working on this stuff, right? That's the only way you're going to get ready for this. You're going to be ready for Math 2 next year. And I will see you there at Oxnard High School. OHS. Woo! All right. This is Sensei signing off. Take care.